Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a really fun one. It's going to be a lot of product. I'm going to try not to make it that long, but there's a lot of product to cover, but it's a really fun video because I always review on the blog, if it's like a new launch or new products that, I've just discovered and I'm loving. But there are a core group of like makeup products that I use all the time. Even though I'm constantly testing new stuff, there's like a large kind of pile of products that just are always in constant rotation that I grab for even if I'm testing new stuff. So I figured it'd be fun to kind of do a video on exactly what those products are. Like what are my kind of regular makeup staples. These are the products that I bring with me on vacation. I always say that the products you bring with you on vacation that always tells you like those are pretty much your top products because it's the products that you don't want to be without. Like even if you're traveling, you have to have them with you. So I always feel like if you want to figure out what products you're like loving, look back to what you brought on vacation and those are probably your favorite products. And for me, they always are. So let's get started. I've got a ton. I only did makeup. I didn't do any foundation because my foundation favorites and regular, ones that I reach for regularly change based on the season. So this stuff doesn't change based on the season. I'll wear this stuff all year round. And most of the stuff I've been wearing for a very long time. So I'm just gonna pull it and just, everything's kind of, hodgepodge together. So the first is a favorite for many people and I've been wearing it for a while and it's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I love the shade Dim Light, but I use all three. I actually use them on my cheeks before I apply blush or bronzer. I like that it just gives me like a soft, kind of filtered glow to the cheeks. I can even use it slightly as a contour. That's how pale I am. These can be slightly as a contour to me. And they just are always with me. Whenever I do my makeup, I'm pretty much always using one of them. I really like to put them on first because I find that my powder blushes adhere better when there's some powder on my cheeks already rather than just onto my like liquid foundation. So I've been reaching for that. I mean, ever since those launched, that's been my favorite. But I especially love that 3 palette because I love the blend of colors, the mix of colors that's in it. Speaking of finishing powders as well, I discovered this one from Shiseido, and it is their Trio Finishing Powder. And this is in the shade OR1. Didn't have any expectations about this product, was kind of like, all right, I'll try it. And when you like try a product and then all of a sudden it like becomes one of your favorite products and you're so excited because you didn't even see it coming? This is one of those products. It just wears beautifully on the skin, such a smooth texture powder. The color, I could wear it as a blush. It's very, very faint, but but it just looks like a warm glow to the skin. And I love the texture. It's very finely milled, not as finely milled I find as the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. That's why I feel like I can wear it somewhat as a blush to give a little bit of color to the cheeks. But that is kind of like neck and neck with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette with how much I wear it. All right, next is a blush that I regularly reach for. I've been wearing it for years, still haven't made a dent in it, but I just absolutely love the color. And it's the Burberry Tangerine Blush. It's like number 6 Tangerine. It's a little bit brown, a little bit peach, not very pinky, but just looks gorgeous on the cheeks. I can wear it with a pink lip, I can wear it with a coral lip, I can wear it with a nude lip, a red lip, whatever. It kind of is my go-to blush when I don't know what else to grab and I need a blush that I know will go with whatever lip I put together, and this is that blush. So, always been a favorite. Next is another blush that I love using, and this is a drugstore blush. I've talked about it in tutorials before, and it's the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blends. It's like a mosaic pattern. How cool is that? And the color is Pure 22. It's kind of like the rosy color. I love this stuff, first of all, because it's foolproof in the way that like I can apply it very heavily and it will never be too much. Like it's not very sheer, but it's not very heavily pigmented, meaning that I can kind of, go very quickly and I know that I won't be applying too much. You know, sometimes you'll like go to dip your brush in like a blush, and the next thing you know, you've got like a thing of blush right here. You have to like spend the next 5 minutes buffing out. You don't have to worry about that with this. But it gives a really nice rosy glow to the cheeks, which I really enjoy. And I just, every time I've like gone on vacation, I just always grab it because I don't have to think about it. I just know it's gonna look good with whatever I pair with it. All right, so mascara wise, I do tend to change mascaras, but this one I've been wearing for a while now, and I really enjoy it. And I think it's my second tube of it, the Chanel Le Volume. So currently this has been in regular rotation. If you want to know my holy grail mascaras, they're the Dior Show, the Guerlain Maxi Lash, and the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Volume. Oh, and the Armani Eyes to Kill. So I have 4. But I'm out of some of those, so I had tried this one. It's my second tube of it, so I really, really enjoy it. My only complaint is it does smudge a little bit down here. Oh, and it is not water resistant in the least. One time, I stepped into the shower, and I forgot that I had mascara on still. I forgot I had my makeup on. I like jumped into the shower just to like relax after work. And I looked in the mirror, and it wasn't just like running down my face. It was like Night of the Living Dead on my face. Some of my mascaras will run, but that like just completely disintegrated. So it's not even the slightest bit water resistant. Okay, another blush that I love, and this is a newer blush, but ever since I bought it, it has been like catapulted to holy grail, like instantly. The By Terry Densalist, the Densalist blush in Platonic Blonde. So it's this like gorgeous peachy color. The pigmentation is it's richly pigmented, but easily blendable. So if you dip your brush in too much and you put it on the cheek, you don't have to worry about it like sticking. It just glides effortlessly over the cheeks. It's absolutely beautiful. And all of the colors that she made from this, in this formulation were absolutely amazing. But I particularly loved that one. Okay, oh, this one. Oh my gosh. Sorry, it's like dust everywhere. Okay, so this is a Bobbi Brown finishing powder. It's in Porcelain Pearl. I'm sure you guys know, I've talked about it a gajillion times in the blog. I always use it in tutorials. How I wear this finishing powder is I use it on my cheekbones, right here at the top. When I'm done with my blush or bronzer, I take this just with like an angled brush and go right over my cheekbone and just kind of buff it over my blush and cheeks, just to kind of pull everything together. I don't know, it almost looks like I'll put my blush on and sometimes maybe it'll be uneven in certain places, it'll look too maybe intense. Then I'll put this on as a light highlight and then take whatever's left on the brush and just kind of run it over my cheeks. And it almost looks like it kind of blurs everything together. All I know is I use it every single day without fail and it can't be without it. So I don't think I'll ever stop repurchasing this. All right, let's talk, okay, eyeshadow primer. Really love this one. I finished the Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I liked, but I really, really love the NARS eyeshadow primer. So it's the Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, a little doe foot applicator. I really, really enjoy this one. I find that it wears really well, and it's easy to apply, and my eyeshadow lasts forever when I apply it on top. Brow-wise, I have 3 that I rotate between regularly, and they're all pretty much holy grail. So we've got the Hourglass Brow Tool. Love this one. We've got the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Medium Ash, or now I think it's Medium, I guess they changed the name. And coming out of the gate, like didn't even see this one coming, it's the IT Cosmetics Your Brows But Better, and it's the same kind of as small as the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but it only comes in one shade. It's like a universal shade. I don't know how that works for those with like blonde hair or like red hair, but they say it's universal. Either way, it works for me. And I absolutely love the color. It's kind of like brown but has a gray undertone. I like all my brow pencils to be more gray based rather than red based because I don't want my brows to come out too red. I'd rather than have like more of a gray undertone. I find it looks better and not as harsh. Looks more natural. Okay, concealer. I only picked one right now because this one has really kind of shot above the rest. I have a lot of concealers I enjoy, but this is the one that I use the most, and I would bring with me on vacation, and I would travel with this, and so I would always reach for this one first. It's the By Terry Terribly Denseless Concealer. It's absolutely beautiful. I prefer to use concealer only under my eyes. I will spot treat occasionally, but I feel my foundation does a good job of covering any spots. But this is one of the best under eye concealers I've ever tried. And it is so smooth and so creamy, and it gives amazing coverage, but without the weight of a heavy concealer. It's like magical, absolutely magical. All right, I've got a ton of lip products. But let's finish the cheek and complexion products, and we'll do some eyes, and we'll finish off with lips. Okay, loose powder, everyone knows, I've talked about it before, the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydro Powder. I've talked about it for a long time now. It's one of my holy grail face powders. I call it my mattifying miracle. I do love the Laura Mercier Universal loose powder as well, and the La Mer loose powder. But this I find is the most matte and can really last me like 8 to 10 hours. It's crazy. It actually says it like, on the website, it describes like you can use it at night before you go to bed. It's like a powder you can dust over, and it helps keep your skin matte even the next day. Oh. I use it over top of my makeup, but it does say that you can do that. I use a big powder puff, and I just press and roll it into the skin. And I have a lot of my readers that have tried it, a lot of people that have loved it as well. It works great on various skin tones as well, which I really like. Sometimes these universally translucent powders don't work for every skin tone, which is like so frustrating, because then why is it universal? And why is it translucent? But this one is pretty good. It definitely can be used on a wide range of skin tones, which I highly like. Okay, next, 2 bronzers, my favorite bronzers that I always reach for. Though I have some others that are like kind of like right underneath it, but I figured I have to choose. So it would be the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. I just absolutely adore this one. It's such a good color. It's matte, so finely milled. I can wear it just as a cheek color. I can use it as a contour, as a bronzer. It's just my everything. And then Guerlain. Guerlain makes some of the best bronzers around out there. And the other reason I like Guerlain bronzers is they make a bronzer for everyone. Every skin tone, no matter how fair, medium, dark, Guerlain makes a bronzer for you. And that's what I really like. A lot of these companies do bronzers, and it's like, that's a bronzer for someone with like medium skin tone. That's not someone for light skin tone or deep skin tone. Like, what's that about? So I love Guerlain because they really cover such a wide range. And this one in particular, the Terracotta Four Seasons, I have it in the lightest shade, but they all come like this little pop of like a pink or red or coral that works with your skin tone, and it just gives like a nice pinky flush to the bronzer. Some bronzers are just, it can be too muddy or too brown, but adding that little kind of corner of pink in here just really makes all the difference, and it's so smooth. I mean, this stuff feels like butter when you touch it. It feels so finely milled. So that is my favorite. Let's talk about eyes for a little bit. I have some palettes and some single eyeshadows that I absolutely love. This one's a new one that I've just recently been using, but I really love the texture, and I just wear this almost every day. The Dior Eye Reviver palette. I've really gotten a lot of use out of that, especially these like 2 middle shades, the brown ones. This is the gel liner in the case. I don't really love that one, but I do love the rest of the colors. Gucci Solo Eyeshadow in Starlight. You guys know I've talked about this color a million times. It is holy grail. Swear by this color. It's like this gorgeous bronzy taupey gold. Amazing. Done a tutorial with it. I just think it's absolutely amazing. And I like the Gucci Solo shadows more than I like the duos or the quads. Oh my god. So this palette is by Mark, by Avon, and this is their On the Dot palette in neutrals. It is the most perfect palette of neutrals. Can you see all those colors? What? Bronzy, pinky, plummy. Most of the time you get bronzy shades, brown shades, maybe rose shades, but like a rose gold shade in there. But this has like plum shades in it too, which I love. And there's some warm ones and there's some cool tones. It's basically the most perfect palette. They are very, very shimmery though. I will say there's not a single matte shade in here, but the shimmer is not glittery. It's very wearable and I wear it to work all the time. All right, we've got Nude Sticks Magnetic Eye Color in Twilight. So this is one of my favorite shades. It's like just kind of like a bronzy color. It's one of my favorite colors that they make. I wear this one very often. All right, the Bobbi Brown Gel Eyeliner in Caviar Ink is one of my favorites. It's like a purpley black, but not super black, but more kind of an indigo. I love her gel eyeliners. All right, now we're down to lips. I've got a lot of lips colors, but I have a lot of lipsticks in general, but I was literally able to narrow it down to like, these are my best of the best. So I've got two shades by Erin Lauder, she makes her own line, and they're the Rose Balm lipsticks. The colors are pretty, yeah, pretty, and then perfect nude. The most gorgeous, like lip color, nude colors. Absolutely love these lipsticks. And they feel amazing on the lips. These colors especially are just two of my favorite shades ever. Also lipstick formulation, I swear by the Chantecaille Lip Chics, talked about them before. Two of my favorite colors from that line are Anise, A-N-A-I-S, and Daphne. So both nude shades, one's a little peachy, I don't know if you can see, one's a little peachy, one's a little nude. Love both of these colors. Bought one for my mom, just like on a whim. I'm like, I really think you're gonna love this lipstick. Sure enough, I sent it to her. I think I sent her Anise. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Anise. And I was just try it, because she always has a hard time finding lipsticks that don't make her lips peel. And I was like, do you love it? She's like, yeah. I was like, told you. Favorite lip gloss? I love the Hourglass Extreme Sheen lip glosses. I mean, these things are magic in a tube. They don't feel like lip gloss, they feel like this like softening, hydrating balm almost. This is the shade Canvas. I also love the shade Truth. They're both like gorgeous, gorgeous neutrals, and they feel amazing on the lips. They're the perfect color. Absolutely perfect. Okay, getting on to it. Let me pick out, I have a few more nudes. So this is one from Lipstick Queen called Saint Pinky Nude. Absolutely love this color, have loved it for a very long time. Just absolutely fantastic. Feels really good on the lips and it's not too opaque. Somewhat sheer, it's like mixture, it's like a medium coverage. That's what I like about it. All right, we're getting into some like bold colors. So my favorite jumbo lip pencil, I have two, but this one is a little more matte and it is the Bobbi Brown Art Stick. This one's in Sunset Orange, which I absolutely swear by. But I love these Bobbi Brown Art Sticks. Like, get one for yourself, get 5 for yourself. They are just such a great jumbo lip pencil that dries down to a matte finish, but it's like a creamy matte. The other lip pencil that I love are the Sicily Fido Lip Twists. Absolutely adore these so much. I love all the shades. I couldn't really pick one. This one is number 6. It's like they're red, kind of like a poppy color. Really love this one. But I love the formula because they're not very matte. They kind of have a little bit of slip to them and very moisturizing. One of my favorite reds of all times, I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it a million times, Gucci lipstick in Iconic Red. It is patterned after or made after the red in the green and red stripe of the Gucci logo, and it's just flawless. It's the most magnificent red and it feels like a pillow on your lips. It's like opaque and creamy and smooth. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, Bobbi Brown Creamy Matte Lip Color in Raspberry. It's kind of like a deep berry color. I swear by this color. Been wearing it for years now. Love the formula. It says creamy matte. It is. All right, I've got 2 Kevyn Aucoin lip colors that I really enjoy. Both are bold colors. One is a bold fuchsia called Georgia, Georgia. Look at that. Ooh, yes. And the next is kind of like a reddish orange called Elia Rice. I think it's a warm red. I love this red because It's suitable for like the office, and I mean I still wear some of my bright reds to the office, but on a day where like I feel like I have a special meeting or something and I don't want to pull out like, you know, an intense Gucci iconic red, this is a really warm, wearable red that looks a little more muted. So, really enjoy that. The Dior Fluid Stick, the Attic Fluid Stick in the shade Open Me. It's like a bright, bright red. I really did enjoy these. They had a really great texture. I didn't buy too many of them because of the colors, the two ones that I purchased, Open Me and then Reuse, I think, Reuse, whatever. It's like a pink shade. But I really love this one. It's like a really vibrant orange red. And then the last piece of makeup that I have, it's one of my favorite dark lips, and it's by Chanel, and it's called Envoûtante. It's their Rouge Allure. It's a deep, deep purple, but when it's on, it's a little more sheer, and it just is like this gorgeous purple that you can build up to be a little bit more opaque and more vampy, but I love it because it's such a wearable dark lip. So deceiving when you look at the lid itself. So those are my regular makeup staples that I have with me and I reach for regularly regardless of what I'm testing. You know, I'll kind of like, if I'm testing a new eyeshadow, I'll like, you know, kind of gravitate towards my tried and true cheek colors. This is just the stuff that I've been loving for a very long time. And I will link everything below with names of all the products and the brands and everything with links, everything below. And I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.